We're ready.
We're going.
Let's do it.
All right.
Funniest story. Actually, the ones that I can tell. Yeah, I was serving at the 87th Security Forces Squadron. That's at McGuire, and Hurricane Sandy was about to hit us. So we were doing everything we can to prepare the base to minimize our damage and in the impact. And I pulled this guy over. This dude was driving an old Chevy and it was just all over the road, and I couldn't help myself, so I flipped the lights on him. He came to a stop. I got on my patrol car, walked up to the window, and he looked at me. He goes, "Do you know why you pulled me over?" I said, "Well, yeah, because you're not pulled over in the middle of the road. I have your license and registration." He goes, "Really?" And he leans out the window and sees that he's right there by the yellow line. And I go, "Yeah, really." And yeah, he had a little too much to drink, but that always stuck with me because it was funny. Most people pull over and they're quite nervous. That dude was just he was ready. Oh, 100%. The Air Force has taught me quite a lot in discipline, and being a Security Forces member has really put me in a spot for learning all that there is to learn about customer service, especially when you pull people over. You never know what you're going to get yourself into, and it's always something new and different and rewarding. But at the same time, you learn how to handle people, talk to people, and you just learn to communicate and move forward. And it's always been a part of my job as far as IT is concerned. I always fall back to my training as a Security Forces member. Just the knowledge of how to handle people, especially when they're at their lowest, is an amazing skill. So being in Security Forces, you meet a lot of different people from all over the place. One of my favorite friends to this day is Benjamin Stepanek. He was a staff sergeant at the time when I was a senior airman over at Buchel, Germany. And we got together one night, and we kind of had some differences because he was a comm guy and I was Security Forces. But I'm also a huge computer nerd, so we got into talking about different things, and it turns out he was just as big a nerd as I was. So we spent a lot of time together. We went to all kinds of different places. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have never got to camp out in the Black Forest in Germany. And we still trade insider secrets to each other for different stuff. He's doing a wonderful job down in Georgia right now, but he also commutes over here to California because he works for a couple different companies, and he tells me what they're doing, what they're up to, and different cybersecurity problems I should look out for. And yeah, he's one of my best friendships I had outside of powder. That one I'd have to think about a little bit, but to be honest, the most memorable thing that someone's ever said to me, it would have to be from my grandfather, who he served in the Army during Korea. He got lucky and didn't get to be in Korea. He was stationed in Germany, but he always said, always keep your nose clean, do what you're told. Yes sir, no sir. Volunteer for nothing, and just do your job. And that's one of the things that kind of drove me through most of my career. Ooh. Let's I guess we'll go a little dark here. I was stationed in Buchel, Germany at the time. It was a German air base, and there was only like 43 Americans on that base, and we were all doing the same job, and it was a lot of fun. Got to work with a lot of really great German nationals and learning how to do their things, and them learning how we do our thing, and have a real cool mutual relationship. my career had hit a rock bottom. I had a lot of issues in Germany because of things that were going on in my personal life. And I remember sitting with Chief Poole, and I was sitting in his office because I was on my way out of the service at that point, because both the first sergeant and the lieutenant colonel didn't really have a good liking of me at that point in time. And he goes, "I'm not going to beat you up. I'm not going to berate you. That's their job. My job is try to figure out how I keep you in." And he said, "Do something for me. I want you to go and memorize the Airman's Creed and come back to me and tell me the Airman's Creed. Not read it, but tell me it. And then tell me what it means to you." So I did. I took 2 days, studied it inside and out. And I remember sitting across his desk, and I recited the Airman's Creed for him. And I told him exactly how I felt at the time and how that's kind of helped me move forward in my career, especially when I figured I was at the lowest point. And he says, "You know that feeling when you're at the bottom of the pit and there's no ladder?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, sometimes you got to ask for help, and I've got your ladder." So he saved my career. I could have ended my career 3.5 years earlier. But some of the things he said to me stuck with me for life, and I still talk to him on Facebook. Well, some people say that veterans are just entitled people, and that they are always looking for what they think they're entitled to. To me, it's different. For me, I am actually the commander of my American Legion Post 240 at Augustine. I'm also the junior vice commander of the VFW Post 7635, also at Augustine. And we have a motto: still serving. So my job right now, outside of work and outside of family life, is to help other veterans. I do what I can to help veterans of the Vietnam War, the Korean War, World War II vets that we still have around. We are losing a bunch of them every day because we're starting to phase them out because they're old. But we're here to have each other's backs and to keep pressing forward with trying to get things that we need. There are still veterans out there that are affected by different things in their careers that they're struggling to get, and part of our job is to help them get that, especially the Agent Orange vets. So, yeah, we still serve. I'm an American Airman. I am a warrior. I've answered my nation's call. I'm an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I'm faithful to our proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and legacy of valor. I'm an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I'll never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail. I am Jonathan Huntley, and I am a Security Forces veteran for the United States Air Force.